Hi there, this is Amanda Lux with the 30-Day Self-Care Challenge, and today we're talking about taking care of your feet. And the feet are so dynamic and so incredible and so amazing and so important to take care of. And I think a lot of people really underrate how valuable and special our feet really are to our overall well-being. So today's prompt is really just about having an appreciation for our feet and all that they do for us and taking really good care of them. And I'm going to give you a couple of ideas about how you can do that. So on a purely physical level, I did just want to say that the feet are absolutely amazing. They have over 26 bones, 33 joints, and more than 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. And that's amazing. That's just in your feet alone, which is just amazing. And our entire body is resting on our feet. Like, we are upright animals. So like all of our body weight, all of our posture, everything starts there. How we connect to the ground with our gait, how we stand, how we give and receive energy from the earth is all a part of our overall well-being. So it all starts there and ends there. So feet are amazing. They're so incredible, and we need to take really good care of them if we want to experience health in a holistic way. And so one of the things I was going to mention is as a massage therapist, I've been working on people for like over 13 years. I'm a single mom. I've supported myself solely on my income. I've never taken any breaks from doing massage, meaning that I've never done anything else since I started doing it. And I've turned over thousands of clients over the years. I mean, I've seen a lot of bodies. I've worked on a lot of feet, and I've heard a lot of stories, and talked to people extensively about how they deal with plantar fasciitis and how they deal with their, flat feet or high arches or high heels or with foot surgeries. I've seen every kind of deal, and I've worked with it. And so what I have come over the years, and I was a marathon runner, so shoes were everything. And, I really, and I guess I would say it was probably 6 years ago or something that I read the book Born to Run, which really popularized the movement around barefoot running and using the toe shoes, 5-finger shoes, or Vibram sole shoes. And then from there, it's become more about minimalist shoe wear in general. And that trend has really caught on because there's a lot to it. It's not just trendy, like some things are, And I wouldn't say that any one thing is the solution for everything and everyone all the time. That's just not true. So if you are somebody who's always worn shoes and you have extreme plantar fasciitis, which is a condition that happens when the fascia at the bottom of your feet get like really adhered and tight and tense, and it's extremely painful. And so anybody with plantar fasciitis that's pretty far down the line there, you wouldn't want to just throw out your shoes. Like, I'm not telling anybody to do that. And I think it's always good to have multiple opinions from multiple different perspectives whenever you're dealing with anything in your health. So I am not a podiatrist, but I do want to say that, I've worked with so many people and I've heard so many stories about what's worked, what's not worked. And I do believe that, it's pretty common knowledge now, even in mainstream medicine, that a lot of these foot issues, especially plantar fasciitis, can be caused by shoes, the wearing of shoes. And that when you don't wear shoes and you grow up with your feet having contact with the earth all the time in varied surfaces, they're being like massaged and broken up all the time, and you're not going to get something like plantar fasciitis. It's only when we sit down in a chair and we have our feet in these rigid structures with lots of rubber padding between our sole and the ground that our muscles in our feet tend to atrophy. And when they atrophy, they don't work properly. And when the muscles in our feet, however many, like over 100 muscles in our feet and tendons and ligaments, and when they're not working properly, when they're not muscularly fit, like any part of our body, when we get out of shape and we get knotted up and tense, and then the adhesions begin and the fascia and the connective tissue is like, then we can't fire correctly. And that's going to affect our calves, our knee joints, our hip joints, all the way up our neck. It's like there's no part of our body that's not going to be affected by that. So what I want to say is that preventatively, it's really important to massage your feet. Preventatively, it's important to be really aware of like giving yourself, easing into being barefoot, but doing that more and more is helpful. Or wearing less rigid soled shoes, I believe, is helpful. And you want to just, anytime you change up your footwear, you want to do it gradually. If you're a person who wears high heels or very constrictive shoes, just know that you're not doing your feet any service, and that by not doing your feet a service, you're also, subjecting the rest of your entire structure to that foot jail. So I just want to say, I think it's really, really important to just honor your feet and free them and let them have their full expression, and let them get strong and supple, let them get hard and callous, let them have an experience of being on the earth. And if you do that, and you do it mindfully and slowly and in the right way for your body, then you will have better health all around. I just believe that that's true for the most part. So having said all of that, I do want to also share one thing that I love, which is these little rubber guys are called yoga toes or toe spacers. And these can be an amazing tool to help prevent and cure plantar fasciitis. You stick your little toes in here, and then it widens them, so it separates them between each toe. These metatarsals are going to stretch out, and when you do that, you're realigning the muscles in your feet. So you want to not only, spend some time without your shoes, gently, slowly, and in a mindful, right way, but you also want to stretch out. You stretch those things out. That's just so incredibly helpful. In polarity, the feet and the fingers, the toes and the fingers, are the last reaches of our elemental expression. So each of these phalanges have an element or a chakra elementally that they correlate to. And so you can balance your energy through stretching and putting pressure on your fingers and toes. And I do that by just stepping one by one, with you squish it on the floor if you're standing. And you can do that while holding your thumb to whatever finger you're working on. So I would be my first toe, then my middle toe, my second to last toe, and then my pinky toe, right? And you want to be pressing down onto the ground. And what that's going to do is stretch your toes. It's going to stretch those ligaments. It's going to stretch those muscles. And then it's also going to be balancing your energy. It's going to be balancing each of the elements that those toes correlate to. So the last thing I'm going to say, as far as how your feet are incredible and amazing sources of strength and balance for your entire system, energetically and physically, is to really think about how we connect to the earth. And that when we take our shoes off and walk directly on the earth, or just stand with our feet on the ground in the earth, then we are like electrical conduits, and we're grounding ourselves. And so that's called earthing, and that's a really, really, really powerful way to balance your whole system. And you can do that without taking your shoes off and going outside, although I highly recommend trying that. But if it's the middle of the winter and it doesn't sound appealing to you, you could be somewhere warm indoors. Just take your shoes and socks off, just stand with your feet on the ground, and just consciously go into your imagination and picture that you have two little golden doors on the bottoms of your feet, and just open those doors and allow yourself to have an exchange with the earth. So dumping anything you don't need and drawing up some of that healing, nourishing earth energy. And that's just such an amazing way to ground yourself, to get rid of old baggage, and to draw in some really amazing, healing, balancing, nurturing earth energy. So that's a lot. And I just wanted to share all those things because I think our feet are amazing and important. And so taking care of them is, it's not just about painting your toenails, although sometimes that's fun too. But it's really about, like honoring them as a structure and how much they affect all our other structures in our whole body. And making sure you massage them, you break up that scar tissue, that you work out those feet muscles, that you stretch out those toes, and that you open those little golden doors, allowing yourself to receive and to give and to be a part of the planet that you live on, because it loves you and it wants to participate in how you walk. So, blessings on your walk, however that may be. And I hope that you have a more inspired relationship with your feet from this. So please comment, thumb it up, share it, and join the challenge anytime. It's never too late. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.